What's up, y'all? I'm at work as I told y'all before. So now that the Steam Deck has gone up like $300 for both versions that are available, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm super happy I bought mine secondhand. That guy on YouTube that was just randomly in my comments when I was talking about the Steam Deck, I'm gonna tell you right now, that man, I really hope the rest of this year is a blessing for him because I know, like, I helped him out the same way that he helped me out. But with these price changes, I could have not had a Steam Deck, like, at all. He could have been a bad dude and made me pay the $500 for it. He was like, I'll sell it to you for $350. I said, because you're nice and I trust you, I'm gonna give you 400 because 350 was just to cover the cost of $300. I know it was like 200 something dollars just for the console, the dock, charger, and then $100 for shipping because he's far. I think bruh's in like he's in like New Mexico or something like that, and I don't know what they got going on out there. I would never want to live out there because he was stressed out the whole time we was on the phone with each other. I talked to that man for 2 hours on Steam before I bought that mug from him. And I was like, I'm gonna give you an extra 50 because I like him. He's a cool dude. Bro, I have been trying to find the Steam Deck for not even trying to find. I was gonna buy it for the last 2 years, but because I wanted to do other things, like I bought my gun last year. Is one I was waiting on this other one for 6 years because I wanted to be sure that this is the first one that I wanted. I wanted it to be something that I love, and if I ever have to use it, I'm not gonna cry if it gets taken from me for a while. Anyways, I was gonna buy the Steam Deck this year, and then it sold out, and then it sold out again, and I was like, I'm never getting a Steam Deck, so I was sad, and he came through for me. And now because of all this AI crap, SSDs and all that costing $1 billion now, even the SSD that I own, the little gum stick one that I've had for over 5 years, I bought it at like 40 something dollars. It's 500 gigabytes. That thing is $110 now. Anyways, I absolutely hope this bubble pops because data centers are eating up water. And don't get me wrong, I understand the water will come back, but as these things continue to be built in areas that need water, it's going to take longer for that water to come back in the future. And if people don't think that, then they're stupid. So when you see people tripping about that junk right now, you need to like believe them, because though it does take water and people are being put in, like, we have a drought in my city that I live in. Don't know how. We don't even have a data center near us, but because McMinnville has a data center, it affects us an hour away. We're gonna be cooked, and I hate that. So now it's like the Steam Deck came back in stock yesterday or the day before at the new prices, $789 and $1,000 basically. You're paying $800 and $1,000 for the Steam Deck now. The Steam Deck is not worth that amount of money. It's not. You can buy cheaper handhelds and emulate games up to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The Steam Deck can do that at $500. It can do it at $300, but we don't have the LCDs versions at all anymore. And if I'm being honest, I should have just bought a 64 gigabyte LCD and called it a day. I don't even remember. I was like, I don't think I'll need it because it was during COVID. We were still at home. But now I have a Steam Deck. I have a PlayStation 5 as a phone. That's my phone charger, y'all. It sits, excuse me, right next to my PC. It charges my phone and my headphones. And I play it every once in a while. That's why when I do video game reviews, I try to get PlayStation codes now so that I can actually use my PlayStation. Because I just been playing the old Uncharted games. Like, I'm on Uncharted 3 right now. I haven't played it in months, probably like a month or two. and then I'm gonna beat 4 again. I'm not beating Lost Legacy again. I just beat that. That's the reason I'm playing the other ones. Anyways, if you're gonna spend $1,000, get an ROG Ally or the Xbox Ally. If you save up maybe $100 to $200 more dollars, you could get a Lenovo Legion Go, like the original one. I think even the Lenovo Legion Go 2 is not that much expensive compared to the first one. And there's all these other different handhelds that you can get now out there, and I feel like if you're gonna spend that amount of money, do that. I hate this AI junk, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I did jump the gun yesterday on Twitter, and I was like, this is anti-consumer, like a loser. I shouldn't have did that. But it's just like, I know they don't have no choice, but at the same time, I understand you want to get the rest of these Steam Decks out so that people can actually have them, because they already said we're not making a Steam Deck 2 anytime soon, which sucks, because it's like, I could have waited for the Steam Deck 2, and I definitely wanted the Steam machine, but now it's like, that Steam machine is for sure going to be over $1,000. It's stronger than the Steam Deck. Like, during tax season, I was telling my wife, I said, I'm sorry to ask this, but can I buy the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Steam Deck? And I needed to chill out. Like, I have the Mario Edition OLED, right? I love it to death. I really do. I just wish that I would have, because I bought mine like 2 years ago, and then the year before or the year, like at the end of 2024, I bought my wife her own because she was playing Animal Crossing like crazy. So now I'm just like, I wish I would have waited, and then we could have just shared my OLED, and then I could have just gave that mug to her. But she doesn't even play her Switch that much anymore because our daughter's growing. So when she's at home, she only has time to play games at night with our nieces or her friends. So I really wish I could work from home permanently, but also have a job that gives me a lot more freedom. Like, I have a lot of freedom here, but like when I'm at home and stuff, like I get distracted easy. But again, back on track. Don't buy the Steam Deck right now. I don't know if they'll ever drop the prices. Honestly, y'all, just go buy one of the ROG Allies. They're still cheap. They are still good. You can for sure have fun with those just as much as the Steam Deck. Because I'm going to be real, I don't play mine much because I did exactly what people said not to do. Don't buy 2 terabytes. I have a 1 terabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte micro SD card. They said don't do that because you're going to bloat it with games from emulation and then your Steam games, and you're not going to play it anymore. They were not lying. Do you know what games I've beaten on there? I haven't even beaten any game. What I've done is on Sengoku Basara for PlayStation 3. I have been playing that game, and I've beaten 2 of the story modes so far. So Yukimura Sanada and the guy that has the prisoner handcuffs on. He swings like this gigantic ball around. He's like the best swordsman in the world, but he can't use a sword because he's handcuffed. Anyways, I've beaten those 2 story modes, and I haven't beaten anything else. I was able to get Bloodborne on there, and it ran really good at first, and then it started to crap out. So I don't know if I have to change some settings or whatever, but I'm for sure gonna put Bloodborne on my PC because I do have the files on there from my PlayStation 4. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, it sucks that everything's getting expensive right now with the war, with the tariffs. I genuinely hate everything that's going on. Like, food is expensive. It's hard for me to provide for my wife and my daughter and myself. Like, we either have a bunch of dinner food, a bunch of lunch, or a bunch of break. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. And gas is getting expensive. Gas is almost $5 in Tennessee. We need to wrap this crap up, like, now.